Oh, hello. How are you? I have an extra smile on my face today because after all this time and after all these videos, I still, well, I'm Daphne Smith and I'm just me, just keeping it real. Got to hit the live button in order to go live. Just saying. There's your tech tip for the day. You want to create a live video, hit the live button. Okay? So, enough of my expertise. Great to be with you again today. Like I said, I'm Daphne Smith, and I am here to share some ideas with you, share some encouragement, give you some hope. And hey, obviously if I can do a live video, right? Also, to maybe address a little issue that you might have. It's really pretty common to everyone at one time or another. And that's what I want to talk about today. Today's topic is, what if you're not in the mood? What if you're just not feeling it? I'm going to start with, that depends. What are you not in the mood to do? What are you not feeling like doing? Let's use an example. If you're not in the mood to commit a felony, that's good. Stick with it. Don't commit a felony. What if you're not in the mood to put up with someone else's shenanigans? Good. Don't need it. You got your own attitude. You don't need their attitude. So there are times, hey Kay, great to have you with us. There are times when you're not in the mood for something that you kind of need to go with that. Stick with that desire not to pursue something. However, what I really want to talk about today is, what about when you're not in the mood to take the next step towards your goal, towards whatever is holding you back? And at that point, I say, hold up. Doesn't matter if you're in the mood. Doesn't matter if you're feeling like it. Let's get real. Let's talk about our feelings for a minute, okay? Even though I don't always feel like cooking dinner, even though back in the day when I was raising my children, I didn't always feel like disciplining them, there are times, I will confess, that even now, I don't always feel like brushing my teeth before I go to bed. Just being honest. Here's the deal. I'm focused on the long term. What are the results I want to have later on? Well, I want to save money, so I cook dinner instead of always eating out. I wanted to raise high-functioning adults that the world would be glad to have in it, so I disciplined my kids, and I want to avoid dentures and more cavities. So I brush my teeth anyway. Now, is my record perfect? No. Never was, never will be, never could be. And that's good news, right? When we look at percentages, when we look at how much of the time I acted anyway, that's what makes a difference in the long game. When we think about the long-term benefits, our goals, our dreams, if we're not in the mood currently, then we need to have a mind shift. I'm being very intentional. Hey, Cherie, how the heck you doing? Bride-to-be, glad to have you on here. Being very intentional with my mind shift, okay? Because with these little Invisalign in, my tongue could trip up and it might sound like something else. However, in order to have a mind shift, we have to eliminate some of that mind shiitake mushroom that's bogging us down, that's weighing us down, that's trying to derail us from what we are wanting to achieve. JC, how are you? You know how much I appreciate you and all that you've done for me and continue to do. Thanks for being on here. I dare say most of what is trying to distract you. Most of what is happening with your current mood or state of mind, with your feelings, those are external forces. Maybe you're in a relationship with a Debbie Downer, no offense to the Debbies of the world, or a Daniel Downer for that matter. Maybe you've not had enough sunlight in your life. Hello, okay? Too much cloud, too many cold days in a row. Maybe you're tired or simply just hungry. All of those are external forces that can be changed, that can be addressed, that can be affected with a mind shift if we let them. We always have a choice. We can go down that rabbit hole, or we can, in the words of Taylor Swift, shake it off, or the words of Cher, snap out of it. Do what you need to do in order to get yourself in the mood to where you feel like doing it anyway. The last few weeks, I've given you some steps on baby goals, or determining the next steps for your goals by taking baby steps, by putting activation triggers in place. For example, if I don't feel like it in the future, then I will fill in the blank, be prepared for it, because I'm here to tell you, every day has its own challenges, and the way we react and respond and rise up to those challenges, that determines how much farther along and how much closer we get to achieving our goals. Maybe it's an accountability partner. Maybe it's a special song or a video that always helps shift that mood for you and help you reframe where you are and what you're thinking. What I would love is if you've got a tip that you can share with somebody, type it in the comments. Just feel free to let people know what you do, because in all honesty, you may inspire them in a way and at a time that they need it. So I'd love to have you share in the comments something you do. Maybe it's you have a favorite passage of scripture. Maybe you have a motivational saying that you read. Maybe you jog in place or jump up and down. Whatever you do to shift your mind to help you get in the mood, please feel free to share it in the comments. And if you on occasion need a mind shift, type that in the comments, because here's part of our journey. We are designed for relationship. We're not meant to go it alone. And when we know someone else is also dealing with some of the same issues, then that kind of gives us a little bit of encouragement. It helps the mind shift. It helps our mood, because we realize, you know what? That girl over there, I didn't know she ever has a bad day. And by her typing mind shift in the comments, I know every day isn't happy, happy, joy, joy. That encourages me. You see what I'm saying? JC focuses on others rather than self. Oh, girl, so true. When we're starting to go down that rabbit hole, when a mood starts to blow in and we start to become enveloped by it, we need to reach out or reach up. Actually, reach up or reach out. Today is a day of challenges, directionally and technology. You're right, JC. When we reach out and we focus on others, that can completely shift our mood. And all of this today, I want to give a little shout out, was inspired by my daughter, also known as Baby Girl, who isn't on social media. She's not on Facebook, so she'll probably never hear about this shout out. But my daughter, Erica, recently recommended a book to me. And I'll be honest, I kind of poo-pooed it at first. She's, obviously younger than I am, and those young kids today, they have a whole different set of references than we do. But I thought to myself, maybe I'll give it a try. The book that she recommended is You Are a Badass. Okay, don't know if this is going to get bleeped out or Facebook may not post my video, but that's the title of the book. She recommended it, and then recently, when I was on a layover at Dallas Love Field, I saw a man reading that book. And as things would have it, he sat down next to me on the airplane. We were on Southwest, so truly he could have sat in any seat in any row. And he sat next to me. And I asked him, do you mind if I ask you a question about the book that you were reading? And he said, sure, why not? I said, why were you reading that? I'm just very curious because my young daughter recommended it to me. And what I didn't say was, you're even older than I am, dude, so what are you reading it? And he said, well, I think there are a lot of life principles in this book. And it doesn't really matter what your gender is. They apply to everybody. And that's what I hope that these videos do for you. That it doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your gender. If you want to be a wave maker in life, if you want to make a difference with the time that you have on this planet, I hope that you will continue to tune in. I hope that that's the kind of value that I'm giving to you through these videos. I want to remind you of one of the things I talked about during the last 3 weeks is automating. The more things we automate in our life, the more we can accomplish that really, really matters. While I hope these videos really matter, tuning in live is a lot of fun. If you want to automate the process, however, go to daphneBsmith.com and sign up for my regular emails. They go out weekly, and in the weekly email is this video. Also, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Daphne B. Smith as well. Whatever you do, I hope that you don't allow your mood or your momentary feelings to hold you back, to derail you from what you want to do, what you've been called to do, the person you're to become, and the impact and influence that you are designed to have with other people. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope wherever you are that you are staying warm, that inner glow and that drive, that long-term goal, the long-term game is what you're focused on, and that whenever the mood strikes you and puts you on a path that's a little less than ideal, that you say, hey, snap out of it, and you get right back on track. Thank you. Have a blessed day. And remember, you can live a well-done life daily by being in charge of your mood instead of it being in charge of you. Bye for now.